Aloha, amigos. That's the thing. Why shouldn't it be? America, 250 years and counting. That's what I've come to you as today. Welcome, everybody. Pugs Moran. It is the Kelly Moore Memorial Studios on the beautiful south side of Chicago. We do current events talk, hot topics discuss. All right. I'm just a guy who sits here and tells you what's interesting to me. That's what it is. I can't present it as any kind of, editorialized news or anything like that because it's just me. This is what I find interesting. And we're going to talk about it today. We've been doing it every day in the noon o'clock hour for 5+ years now. That's right. Relentless. Can't stop, won't stop. That's what this is about. Let's get all this out of the way. Okay, what do we need to say? RadioMisfits.com. Like, follow, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Pugs Moran, wherever you see me. Like, follow, subscribe. Join our chat room. We've got a chat room. It's very fun. It's very thin today. What's going on? Oh, is everybody on vacation this week? Is that what we do in America? We take like the even when 4th of July falls on a Saturday, we like check out completely Tuesday morning. Right? And then like Wednesday, you didn't even go into the office on Wednesday. And then by Thursday, it's like 4th of July Eve, right? And then Eve, and then it's Friday. And you don't work on a Friday if you're that close to a big holiday. So Friday is just like, let's go to the boat, and then you got Saturday, which is the actual 4th of July, and you are wiped out. You are just completely done. So, you chill out and you have yourself, as I did, a very nice 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. 250 and counting. Hope you had fun. Finger check. Can we do it? I would like to officially check in with all my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on this one. Look at me. All right. And I'll tell you why that is. I'll tell you why I can present my digits on the day after 4th of July with as much confidence as I do. It's because, as I told my son repeatedly this weekend, my 17-year-old son, my 17-year-old Texan, my 17-year-old, I like things go boom. That's who I got. I had to explain to him a whole bunch of times this weekend, son, we're not fireworks people. Okay? We're just not. We are the people who enjoy watching the fireworks people be fireworks people. But we can see what might happen. And oh my goodness, we're gonna do a whole bunch of video breakdowns today of what could happen and why we're not fireworks people. We love fireworks. We are there. If you, the fireworks people in our cul-de-sac, are going to, just strut on your night, we will pull out a lawn chair and sit on our lawn and we'll applaud you. Hell, we'll even maybe, bring something to, let's do a thing. Let's turn it into a party. And now we got the whole neighborhood involved. We applaud that. But as I said, we ourselves are not fireworks people. But man, oh man, did we enjoy fireworks. Holy cow. I don't know about your neck of the woods, but I can tell you that the south side of Chicago celebrated 250 years of America. It was insane. They grounded planes at Midway. I think that was planned. I think they kind of anticipated. Although with this government, I don't know. I think they got like a former butcher from a reality meat butchering show running the plane landing service. I don't even know what it's called. What is it? The FAA? I don't know. So who knows? Maybe they didn't pre-plan for it. But as someone who lives in the immediate proximity of Midway Airport here on the south side of Chicago, I can tell you the planes were grounded. It was awesome. And I think I might have, and I can show you. I think I captured the last plane landing at Midway just at sunset. It was probably, man, I don't know. Let's just say it got dark. Let's just say it was dark at 9 o'clock. Okay. So this is like the last plane landing in Midway as the sun was setting. And there were all these fireworks going off around it because the people around here are animals and they couldn't even wait for it to just get completely dark so we could all, appropriately enjoy it. Here, wait a second. Let me see if maybe I can show it to you. I didn't post it because I didn't think it was that interesting. But now that I'm talking about it, I'm desperately trying to make it interesting. So let's see if I've got the picture of the last plane landing at Midway. I do. Oh, that's 4 seconds. Maybe one that's longer. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Guys, this is where me being old guy who doesn't know phone, this is where this becomes a problem. All right, maybe that's it. I don't know. Can you guys see this? All right. I believe that what we are looking at is the last plane landing at Midway Airport. And then there was nothing for like 3 hours because my south side of Chicago went absolutely nuts. You want to know what else? This was a very, very successful fact-finding weekend. I learned a whole bunch of stuff. You want to know what I learned? Okay, here's one thing. All right, you know what? I don't know that I learned this, but let me just throw this out there. Guys, and this is something only for guys. I know guys and girls are the same. No, this is something only for us guys, okay, guys? And I need you to, maybe not all of you, maybe you're not all animals, but guys, are there cups in your house that you know have held urine? Are there? I believe that every guy has, I don't know, when they go to their mom's house or something, I don't know, and there's just always every guy. No, yeah, I don't drink out of the giant yellow Dickies cup. Give that to cousin Jimmy. I don't drink out of that one. I just believe that's a thing. Also, something I learned this weekend, not through actual, I didn't stumble on it myself. Swear to God, not that it's a big deal. I'd tell you if I did. But did you know that Pornhub videos have they have controls? Do you know that you can control them? Like you can speed them up, or you can do apparently all kinds of things. And I'm thinking to myself when I'm hearing this, I'm going, I think that if you're a guy who knows that there's controls for Pornhub, I think that you're like way too into it. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just old. I don't know. Anyway, there's that. And here's the third thing that I came to over the weekend, 4th of July weekend. And this one, God, now I need to speak to the parents. Parents, come on, gather around. I'll give you a second. Parents. Okay. Kids are so mean. They're so mean. And they don't even know it. They're just like casually mean. They think so. First, okay, let me preface it with this. They think so much of us. They love us so unconditionally that they just think they can say anything. And that's my mom. She'll be fine. Or that's my dad. Oh, he'll be fine. I can say that to him. My kid said the meanest thing to me. All right, so, and he doesn't even know it because I'm in control of my emotions and I handled it well. So we're sitting out on my mom's back deck, right? She lives on a nature preserve and it's really pretty day yesterday. We go over there for Sunday dinner. And we're sitting out on the back deck and my mom looks at her grandson and says, "You have a perfect nose." Okay. And then she follows it up with, me, meaning me, her son, he has a perfect nose. You got his nose. You have perfect noses. My kid at this point turns to me, he's sitting right next to me on like an outdoor couch. He turns and gets really close up into my nose and he goes, "Ew, I hope I don't have giant burst blood vessels and veins like him." I'm just sitting there. I didn't know. That's not a thing. Look, there's a lot of things that I'm insecure about. That has never been a thing. I'm what? It was horrifying. But in the moment, because I'm a dad, I had to hold my shit together. So I'm like, and we're watching the White Sox game, and I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. And I swear to God, I counted to 45, and I got up and went to the bathroom and immediately looked in the mirror, and I was like, is he right? Is he? It was awful. It was absolutely awful. Oh, hold on. think I did something. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that was my weekend. 3 things. It was awesome. Apparently I have a fucked up nose I didn't know about. That's great. It's so mean. No one would ever say that to me, which is maybe why it's good. He's also very keen to point out bad breath. Like, on me only. On me. Like he has, like, we'll be talking just like normal people, and he'll go, "Oh God, dude. Oh, your breath, dude." Which, quite frankly, my reflexive response to that is, "Oh, thank you very much," because I guess you're the only person in the world that would tell me that, and that's at the end of the day good information to have. So okay, but man, just how. What is this about? You're sensitive for a thumb. I am a thumb. I look like a thumb, although with the beard, not so much thumb anymore. I've sort of upgraded to testicle. Like I went from looking like a thumb to looking like a testicle. Because you got to have the beard. I'm not sensitive. I'm not sensitive, Byron. I'm not sensitive at all. As a matter of fact, when it comes to, like, having Teflon, yeah, please, man. I've been through a lot. I'm just authentically fucked up. But it was just mean, man. Can't I just react to just meanness without your criticisms from the war devil himself? Kevin says, kids always preface their devastating insults with "no offense, but." Yes, they do. They do. No offense, but I really hope I don't look like you when I do like that. It's shit like that. It's like, oh, thanks, man. I just got to live in this husk of a forgotten, insignificant husk of a former human. Thanks, man. I probably got about 30 years left of this. Can't imagine you're going to get more complimentary or that the reality is going to get better. Man. Hey, let's talk about the chat room here, because every day we do like to reward a pole position, not a pole position, a podium, just like in F1. First place, second place, and third place, they get the, the thing. Thing. They get to know they get to know that I, man, so much appreciate that somebody is actually just waiting for the show to start. So first place today, let's see who is in first place on the podium. Who is today? It's Leslie C. Yeah, thank you, Leslie. Followed by Hugh, and followed by Big Al Gamboa, which I just really need him to be Italian, but he's not. He's not. I need Big Al Gamboa to be Italian. All right, but or wait, is he? I'm so confused. I try to, like, over the course of time, learn a little bit about my friends, right? Yeah. But I'm confused. Al, you're Mexican, right? You're Mexican, but I think you should be Italian. That's where the confusion comes. All right. Let's see. So yes, so congratulations and thank you so much to Leslie C, Hugh, and Al. Those are top 3. That's the podium. They're drinking from the big comically oversized champagne bottle right now. They're kissing beautiful blondes in skin-tight suits. Who else is in the chat room today that we need to address and say hello to? I know we've already talked to some people. There's my girl Ty. We got Maddie. We got Kevin. We've already talked to Kevin. That's right. Byron is here, of course. What do we got? Vacationers? People on a vacay today? It probably, because again, remember I told you nothing happens for the rest of July. It's all everybody will slow roll you into, hey, let's circle back. Great idea. Let's circle back. That's why you can't make deals on boats over 4th of July weekend. Just doesn't work. They're gonna love it in the moment. Hey, his idea is great, man. I think we should get Tommy involved in this. You get all that bullshit. And it's like, okay, so, talk to you on Monday. Nah, we'll probably circle back to this, once, everybody gets back from the summer. That's what we're in the middle of. People are outside their routines. Their heads are elsewhere. Hold on. I think I just got a citizen alert from my neighborhood. I like to stay on top of any kind of crime. Huh? What is this? Hold on. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, it's I'll take this. Happy 4th of July weekend. Looks like a pretty good one here in the city of Chicago. It says violence mars 4th of July in Chicago. 3 killed, 21 shot, and 3 stabbed. I'm a Chicagoan. That's freaking awesome. That is. I mean, years past. Check the numbers. That ain't nothing. All right, very good. 4th of July was fun around here, you guys. I don't know. I started to say this at the opening of the show. I don't know if it was like this everywhere. I would like to believe it was, but my God, I've honestly never seen anything like it. And what I'm talking about is the free fireworks show that nobody had to go and move to a park and fight for a spot for their lawn chair and then walk with, a herd of 2,000 other people out of the parking lot. No, it was just individuals, everybody, at least in the neighborhood where I live in on the south side of Chicago, everybody was putting off like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of fireworks. It could bring you to tears. It was amazing. Let me show you some of this stuff. I tell you about the Pope balcony. April's here. I see April. April's busy, which is very good. Busy is better than not busy. Okay. So she'll be lurking. Just everyone be aware. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So let me show you some of these videos. These are where are they? I'll just go. You know what I'll do? I'll just go to my Twitter. You got to see this. I've told you about the Pope balcony that my son and I sit out on, and we feel like we rule over our kingdom. As a matter of fact, it's one of my great lines. When we sit down, I say, "Son, one day all this will be yours." And we look at at this point a 70-year-old neighborhood on the south side of Chicago, which is really nice. You'll see it's being upkept very well. Here, let me show you some of these videos from Saturday night out on the Pope balcony. Oh, you know what? First, let me show you this one. We'll talk about this one because unfortunately, this was the reality for anybody in the city of Chicago who was out there on the lake. This is what Chicago's official 4th of July fireworks display looked like. Check this out. Start it again. Yeah. See, boom, there we go. Weird ass weather. That's like lake fog. Look, it's one of two things, and it could be either. That's, Great Lake fog. It was really hot, and then the rains came through, and then everything cooled down, and then it started to warm up again just in time for Chicago's official fireworks show in a massive. Well, if you've ever seen the Fog Bowl football game, Chicago gets. I know San Francisco has the reputation. Chicago also gets insane fog, and unfortunately, timing is what timing is. Insane fog, I guess. Or the other option, every neighborhood, not just mine, but every neighborhood in Chicago was blowing off thousands and thousands of dollars worth of fireworks. Illegal fireworks, by the way. Every neighborhood, every person was blowing off thousands, and that was smoke from all the neighborhoods, because there was smoke in our neighborhood until about 10 a.m. Sunday morning. That's how many fireworks were. But anyway, I think this is fog. I think this is fog that just came over the city of Chicago, and it absolutely destroyed what is always an amazing fireworks display. Like 1 million people came down to the lakefront to line and to park and to sit and to picnic and all that kind of stuff and watch this incredible world-class fireworks display out on barges in the middle of the lake, a backdrop of the city. It is beautiful, and we had fog. But you can hear them. kind of see them flashing through the fog. All right. That's unfortunate. That was a big miss there for Chicago. But here, let me show you my neighborhood. My neighborhood was pumping. And again, can't speak for all the neighborhoods, but man, you got to see this. Okay, so by the way, we are going to do a super expanded edition of people playing with fireworks who shouldn't be. It's going to be awesome. Trust me. Got a lot of good videos. We're also going to talk about the Patriot front stuff. We'll dive into that. Tell you what I think. I'll tell you what I think. Come on, I want to show you. Okay, so what is this? Here you go. Yeah. All right, so this is a good one. So this was out my front yard. This was Saturday night. It's right here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is out of my son's bedroom window. Okay, so this is out of my son's bedroom window. I mean, that's just like the next block over, and not even the next. This is from our block. I mean, it's crazy. And it went on for hours. All right, the South Side showed out, man. They were down. All right, let me show you from our back. Let me show you from the Pope balcony, because that's where my son and I were sitting, and we felt it gave us the best, the best highest perch to be able to see the surrounding. Let me show you this one first. Okay, so this is after 1 o'clock in the morning. This is from my bed. I'm just laying in my bed, and I'm like, what the hell is going out there? Watch this. 1 o'clock in the morning from my bed. This is sustained, you guys. This went on for hours. Here we go. From my bed. I mean, this is what war looks like, right? What am I in a suburb of Tehran? What am I, just outside Kyiv? Look at this. It's a minute straight. The only reason I stopped recording was because I was like, oh God, my hand's getting tired. This is 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, what time do we... No, I wasn't like that. I was like, yeah, let's go. Pedal to the metal. All gas, no brakes. America 250. Let's go, Southside. Look, did something catch fire? Is that an oil refinery? What is happening over there? All right, there you go. That was just me laying in bed, and then I'll show you one more. Oh no, okay, so then these guys, this was also happening. Oh jeez. Here, this is just happening nonstop. I've gotten out of bed because finally, the one that made it feel like I was living in Lebanon, that one finally stopped after like 5 minutes of that shit. But then these guys started, and so I got out of bed, and I was like, what? I wasn't complaining. All gas, no brakes. America, I'm down, man. I was like, that's cool. I came out. I got out of bed, and I came out on the balcony to watch these guys because I'm like, oh, surely this will be over in like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds. This was all night long. Oh, this is, when I tell you I live right next door to like this big baseball complex where you can walk out and watch all kinds. It's a massive sports complex with like dozens of fields and all that stuff. So there's always something to go over there and watch. It's 2 a.m. By the way, may I point something else out that needs to be noted? Fireworks are illegal in Illinois. None of this is legal. This is all courtesy of our friends in Indiana and their wonderfully liberal fireworks laws. wonderful liberals. That's a liberal law to have, because I think we should be able to play with fireworks if we want. But again, as I pointed out earlier in the show, we as such are not fireworks people. We are not. But I do think that I should, have neighbors who are fireworks people. I'll absolutely buy next to a fireworks person. Anyway, this is going on. It's 2 a.m. Okay, I love America. Oh, God, I love America. I'm so tired. Oh, all right. There you have it. Saturday night. Let's see. The last one that I'll show you is me and the boy live from the Pope balcony, where we sit out every night. We play games. Yeah, all right, here we go. Yeah, this one will work. This is how it started. Look, man, it's not even dark yet. It's not even dark yet. All right. See how when I say it's like a Pope balcony, it is much higher than, even the roofs of other houses there in the neighborhood. And we overlook the alley. I could set up shop up there. We could be Batman and Robin if we wanted to. If there was just more crime in the neighborhood, if we just had more crime, it's an immigrant neighborhood. It's all, it was originally German and Irish and that. But, over time it changes. And now it's like Middle Easterners. I don't know, man. I don't want to misrepresent them. Whatever. A lot of countries. What do you get it? It's that. You get it, depending on who you are, you get it one way or the other. Anyway, that's who they are. They're Middle Eastern people. They moved here, and Mexican, and me. And actually, that's not true. There are also Eastern European immigrants. Like I'll give you my block. My block is so. I love this block. It's so crazy diverse. It's. All right, so for a Chicago neighborhood, it's diverse. So there's me, right? I'm like in the middle, and I'm a white guy, middle-aged white guy. I should be the guy in the neighborhood with the Trump sign, right? But I'm not. Don't worry, that's not me. So I got me right here, and then next door I got Pam. Okay, Pam is a woman. I think maybe a couple of years older than me, a little older than me. She lives there with her boyfriend, white lady, Pam. What did I have to, Pam? Well, I guess there's been famous black Pams. The one from 70s movies, right? Wasn't that a Pam something? I don't know. Anyway, so we got Pam. So we got me, white guy, and then we got Pam next door. Pam, nice, cool chick, white lady. And then next to her, we got like 15 Mexicans. Like 15. I don't know. I keep looking at it, and I'm trying to break down, like what the order is. And we can do that with ease from the Pope balcony, which you're seeing an example of. We can look right into their backyard. You can see everything that they're up to. Here's what I've determined. And yeah, it's a move, and the number moves. Like we see new people all the time, over there. And okay, but here's their deal. It seems to be a dad, and a dad seems to run a construction company. And it seems to be a couple of his sons, his wife, and their daughters, right? There also seems to be a grandpa there. No sign of a grandma, though. No sign of a grandma. There seems to be a grandpa there. And that dude just sits in the backyard and drinks beer. He's awesome. And we sit here up in the Pope balcony. Oh, and grills meat. That's what he does. We sit out there on our balcony and we smell Grandpa's meat. Whoa. Hey. No, I didn't. I don't know what his hygiene is. He seems very well kept. He's, Anyway, okay, so we got that. So we got me, middle-aged guy. Then next we got Pam and her boyfriend. And then we got like 15 Mexicans. And then I don't know what goes on. Yeah, I just know my inner bubble. Okay, then we go to my right. We go right next door to our right. This is a family of Polish immigrants. Now they're fun. Now this is a fun. All right, so it's a Polish guy. He's probably about mid-40s. Polish guy and his Polish wife, and apparently a Polish grandma. They seem to have a daughter who is like in her mid-20s. She is out of the house. She's living on her own, but she's there all the time. And then there's like the Polish community. Like these dudes are like the most popular people, I guess, in the immediate Polish community because they have parties next. Not crazy, but they're normal working class people. Don't read into what I'm saying. But they'll sit out there in their backyard with like 30 people listening to Eastern European rock. And we sit right here. If you can see this little cabana down here, see if you're looking at the screen, you can see my son's chin. Thank God he's got a chin. He's got a chin. I was so worried because, I'm very self-conscious about my chin. He's got a good chin. All right, so you see my kid's chin here. This little cabana, this little thing down here is where like the Polish mafia meets. And I don't know what the dad does for a living. I mean, he's fine. He's cool. He speaks no English. I learned that the hard way. I was walking up and he was getting out of his truck. And I said to him, I go, hi. And I walked up to him like, hey, I just wanted to introduce myself, blah, blah, blah. I'm running from so-and-so and blah, that deal. And he's looking at me and he's going, hold on, I guess got to make sure. So he's looking at me. I'm down here in the little box. He's going, And then I said, well, here, and I had some mail, mismail. That happens when you live next door. So I had his mail. And I handed it to him, and he goes, thank you very much. It was like a cross between Pope John Paul II and maybe Dracula. I don't know. It was like sort of a hybrid of those two. And I'm like, I get it. And now, after being here long enough, I can hear them laughing and telling jokes. Oh, you know what else they do? Sometimes they will ask or tell a story or something in all Polish, but then the response from the gathered people will be in both English and Polish. So it's kind of become a game for me where I try and figure out what they're talking about by the few shreds of English that I hear. All right, so we got that. So we got me in the middle. This is the neighborhood. You're seeing the neighborhood. So there's me in the middle. There's Pam. And then we got the 15 Mexicans with Grandpa's meat. And then we got me. It's back to me. Because I don't know what goes on beyond then. I can't concern myself. Then you got me. And then next to me, we got the Polish family. Okay. And then next to the Polish family, got to be honest, it's the only people on the block I'm concerned about. Honestly, it's the only people on the block that I'm like, okay. These are some variety of white folk, and they have they're the fireworks people in the neighborhood. Okay, all these people had like tens of thousands of dollars worth of fireworks, and they were firing it off from their backyard, which is right here. I don't know if you can see this white fence. Okay, that's their backyard. And they had tens of thousands. I don't know if you can see it in this video, but let's watch my neighborhood, shall we? All right, here we go. Once again, live from the Pope balcony on 4th of July, south side of Chicago, celebrating 250 years of America. Oh, this is the Polish guy. Let's call him the Polish Tony Soprano, shall we? That's him. He's out there in the alley. He's doing some stuff. Oh, also, there seems to have been an alliance forged. You see this open garage door here? And again, I can make all of these judgments from sitting up on the Pope balcony, watching my neighborhood unfold in front of me. There seems to have been an alliance between the Polish nation and Mexican nation, which is in this garage. These people have garage parties that spill out into the alley all the time. They are a young family with a whole bunch of kids, and they have a little pit bull who is, well, my mom, when she hears him, doesn't like him, right? My mom's like, I don't like that pit bull back there. I'm like, oh, stop it. That dog's awesome. He's a friendly little pit bull. His tail is going, and I sit up on the Pope balcony, and when he barks, we bark. And I don't know. The neighbors probably hate that about us, but we should stop that. Anyway, they're a nice little Mexican family. There seems to have been a fireworks alliance between the Polish mafia and the Mexican family. So that's what we're watching here. I don't know I don't know why I took my camera off them. You see, I hurried to get back. All right, see, this is Polish Tony Soprano, and this is his little kid. I don't know if you can see his little kid. His little kid, I've never seen. I bet you, I don't know what the goals are for him. This little kid, he's like a little 7-8-year-old boy. He is in that backyard in a full soccer kit, kicking a soccer ball, doing drills, cones, all day long. I think the Polish AJ Soprano is being, grown up to be a Team Poland, whatever. I don't know. We're going to talk some Team USA. Big game tonight with Aaron. He's going to join us. I don't know, man. If you've been paying attention, I'll tell you what. I'll start paying attention tonight. I'm going to watch the game tonight. We'll see. It's not that look. Don't give me this bullshit about, what are you, anti-American? It's time to get on board. I'm like, I'm not. You know I am not anti-American. I love the American working class. I am proud of the people who built this country. I know we know who we are. Just we don't need, Fox News or MSNBC telling us who and what we are. Don't throw the whole go for America. I'm American out. Can I just say? I feel like I shot my America wad. Can we go back to just, being citizens of a country in progress? America's great. It's awesome. But I'll watch it from a sports, standpoint. I mean, will it capture will it capture my attention? I'm willing to do that. We're going to talk to Aaron today. He's going to explain to us this controversy that's going around. Some player red cards. He can't play. Trump made a phone call. The Pope's involved. What is happening? I don't know. Aaron's going to tell us about it. We'll do a little World Cup talk. Also, let's be fair. The White Sox. That's right. My first place White Sox. Woo! What a weekend series against the Guardians. Woo! Anyway, first place White Sox, all alone. I only wear the White Sox cap when we're all alone. What was I saying? The only reason that I'm really excited to watch the soccer match and to give the soccer, is that even what it's called? Football pitch match? I don't know. We'll figure it out. You'd think I'd know more for a guy that watched a whole bunch of reality series about soccer and then, Ted Lasso. But in fairness, I was high while watching all of that shit. So nothing stuck. I don't know. I'll watch soccer tonight because there's no White Sox game. Okay, let's be honest. There's no Sox game. If the first place White Sox were playing opposite Team USA, no. And I know I've got a TV that can do the picture-in-picture, but why? Why? Be all in or nothing. That's what I say. So we'll do a soccer talk segment. Let's see here. Peter, yeah, I don't know anything about that. I really don't, man. I have to say one of the more, there's a bunch of them other than my kid being really mean and like looking at me and going, your nose is like got leprosy. Okay, he didn't say that, but that's what he meant. Forgot what I was going to say. Completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, one of the good things about having my kid here is I haven't been watching any news. Like I am so unplugged from my normal rage cultivation. I used to, CNN was always on in the background. Now it's, what is it today? I think today it's going to be, or not today, but for the last 3 days, no CNN on every TV. It's like some PlayStation game. Which one? Grand Theft Auto. He's going retro. My kid, he's playing. My kid is going not strangely, awesomely, actually. You know what? I don't want to get into it. I'll talk. It's a subject for another day. I'll just tease you with this. It's been revealed to me that my son, who I have very high regard for music, he's got a great musical ear. He likes everything. Anyway, I respect his musical opinion when he finds a new song. I mean, it's the only reason I even know anything about new music, right? So he'll send it to me, or we share a Spotify, so I'll listen to it. Anyway, it has been revealed to me that unironically, my son is a big Huey Lewis and the News fan. Big, like unironically, because he's got no bullshit. He's got no, like, he wasn't there. He doesn't know how it was ad nauseum. It was everywhere. And then, at some point there had to be a cultural backlash. So people started being, that's corny and that's not cool. Well, what he's discovered is that none of that matters because he doesn't know anything about what people say about it. All he did was hear a freaking groove. It's like, that's a pop song. That's a pop hit. These are all, you can just tell. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's cool. So we've been listening to a lot of Huey Lewis in the News. And his dad is going, I think it's time we reconsider Huey Lewis in the News' contribution to American pop culture. Because, whoa. Anyway, I love that. I love discovering these little things. Not so much the, leprosy of the nose situation that I had, until this point, not realized was a thing. But anyway, yeah, apparently Peter says Trump blew the FIFA guy and now there's mayhem at the World Cup. I don't know. Aaron's going to explain that later. Yeah, okay, back to the World Cup. Spain and Portugal are about to kick off at Jerry World. USA. Yeah, I know. Aaron's watching that. Aaron's like in a bar. He's like, when do you need me? I don't mean to make, you know what? I was for comic. I was going to kind of make it. I'm not, because he's being very, this is really big to him. And he's out watching games. And I'm like, what? You're just watching a random game? And he's like, random? I've watched every game. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's right. I forget you're one of those. You're like me watching spring training baseball. I mean, I know, I don't mean to say it's the same thing, but it's that same level of obsession. Like, I've got to see every moment of it. All right. So that's going on. Not a lot of chat room action today. That was but that was expected. This is a weird month, July, and all that stuff. Speaking of, we do need to throw out a big thank you and a Heidi ho to our July heroes. We've added some names to the wall. Well, we've added name to the wall. Leslie Sia, who is also today's first across the line, number one on the podium. Where am I from? Quick, where's that accent from? Podium. Isn't it? Podium. Oh, what is it? Is that Baltimore? I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're streaming today. I'm in a good mood. Can you tell? This is what the opposite of being depressed is. Thank you to my heroes. I still have reason to be depressed, but for some reason, my brain is going wiggity, and I'm in a great mood and have been since America celebrated her 250th birthday. If you would like to join the wall of heroes for July, the people who have supported this show, please do so quickly, as soon as you can. That would be great. Support the show with a tip. Please drop it in there at the Venmo or the Cash App. Let's see. What are we going to talk about today? Well, we kind of talked about a whole bunch of stuff already, right? But let's see. I guess the big story is the Patriot Front thing, but are you guys I'm not in the mood to talk about the Patriot Front. The Patriot Front, I'm not in the mood. It just seems like it's not petty. You know how I've been revolting against, what I deem to be these petty distractions that are forcing all of us to, get exhausted of being mad. And then the next thing, when you spin out, when you're just tired of being mad about stuff, well, then you're defeated. So, the petty stuff. I don't know that what happened at the National Mall with the Patriot Front is exclusively petty, although it is kind of, but it's kind of important. It's important because these kinds of people, and I'm not gonna go into some weird QAnon adjacent conversation about what the Patriot Front is. It's been well documented what they are. It's been adjudicated. People have done time. People have been unmasked and people have been doxxed. We know who they are. They're not federal agents. So I don't want to go down that bunny hole. But why the Patriot Front isn't petty showing up like that is because there used to be a time in this country where people who believed the things that the Patriot Front espouses to believe were ashamed of it on some level. And there still is shame. I mean, there's the masks. They're wearing masks. But they're not afraid, because I think, and again, this is why it can't be petty. I think that those kinds of people now believe that if they execute their master plan, that there are enough regular people, citizens, if you will, who will rise to their defense. And I just think it's really ugly that they think that. I think America was a better place when those kinds of people realized that their fucking views were ignorant, un-American, and unacceptable in modern society. But the real troubling thing is that they don't feel the slightest bit concerned about showing up now and going out there. And I mean, nobody wants to be doxxed. I'm not talking about that. That's the things that happen to them. You know, Antifa has been very effective at doxing them. So, I mean, they were this is, if you don't know who this is a splinter group from, oh God, I totally forgot what this, hold on, let me pull it up in the notes. I thought I could just do this because I've looked up enough of this shit. Hold on. All right, here it is. Yeah, okay, so they came from Vanguard America. Vanguard America was the group that was behind the situation that occurred in Charlottesville, right? Charlottesville. So after Charlottesville, Vanguard America had this sort of splinter situation. And some guy with a French name, again, Thomas Rousseau, right? Isn't that it? Some guy with a French name broke away from Vanguard America and formed the Patriot Front. We know who this Thomas Rousseau guy is. But, you know, here's what's going on, okay? The reason that we are seeing from big-time right-wing influencers, the reason that we are seeing this narrative that the Patriot Front, which, again, we know where they came from, okay. We're seeing this narrative from these high-profile right-wing influencers that this is a Antifa group. This is a federal psyop. All of those things. We're seeing it unified from the same people that you would expect. The high-profile right-wing people. These are the talking points. This is why they say the same thing. Oh, there's another talking point word that we're going to start hearing a lot. Oh my God, I saw it shared over the weekend by 3 high-profile MAGA influencers. All of them would never use this word, suicidal empathy. Suicidal empathy is a word and a phrase that they are test floating. And if I'm right, in 3 weeks, everybody, suicide, hashtag suicidal empathy. I'm tired of suicidal empathy. Anyway. There's a narrative that the Patriot Front, who, again, we know where they come from. We know who Thomas Rousseau is. We know what Vanguard America was, and we understand what happened at Charlottesville. We know all of this. There is a narrative out there by high profile, traditionally right-wing, saying that this is a psyop, these are government agents, blah, blah, blah. And they're all saying it. And then, you got everybody from this guy to Barney going, yeah, but, they got a point. They don't have a point. We know what this is. Stop it. And the reason that people like Laura Ingraham or whatever, whoever. These people, the reason that these people are out there saying, I don't know, this looks like a government sign, blah, blah, they're putting this out because they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed by it. They're embarrassed by the company they keep. So they're trying to project and completely gaslight. The Laura Ingraham, there are, I guess, to someone on the far left, I'm in the middle. I'm just a regular American. I guess to someone on the left, they might disagree with this, but I believe that there are serious degrees to racism. The Patriot Front and groups like that who now feel emboldened to come out in otherwise civilized society and strut their fucking hate. There's that. And then there's, the casual corporate racism of Fox News and all of that stuff, which some would argue is, more diabolical and more effective. I don't know, whatever. I don't know if I believe any of that shit, but, we've heard it. So those people, though, they're not racist, man. They have black friends, they're not racist. What they are is moneyist. Right? They're the wealthy white family that doesn't care if the black guy moves in next door as long as he plays in the NBA or is the son of, some hip hop label, right? They don't care. Money is really their, but then there is the other on the right who come together and they created this MAGA movement. Those are the people who just no blacks ever. Well, pure Christian white blood. Okay. So there's these two ecosystems that have been There's these two ecosystems that have been coexisting to create the current situation that we have, which is all this power for Trump. And the two ecosystems are really not the same. You can, by, a reasonable person's, objective view, they could both be deemed terrible groups of people. Okay. But one is the Patriot Front, the Aryan Nation, the whatever. I'll even put Antifa in there. And I just don't know as many. Like, isn't that interesting? Like the left, they only got one group, Antifa. Everything is Antifa. Somehow the right's got like 1 million of them, and they're all federal agents, the Boogaloo Boys. And remember them? They still around? Or is that a group? Wait. It's hard for me to remember which is like a white hate group from like 5 years ago and which is like, fans of the Insane Clown Posse. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's like all these different crazy ones on the right. And the people like Laura Ingraham and the people at Fox News, they don't like to associate with those people. They'll appreciate that they bring, voting muscle at election time, but the company you keep. And that's what this is. The only psyop that is happening here is the one that's being put out by the less overtly racist people who support Donald Trump, who are simply trying to distance themselves from the company they keep. That is what's happening. And I'm telling you, the most troubling aspect of it is that in general, these people feel comfortable showing up to something like that. And there we go. We ended up talking about the Patriot Front. Look at that. All done. All right. Let me see here. The chat room. All right. I'm imagining that somebody in the chat room has something to say about this. Oh, okay. Oh, see, this is what happens when you retroactively go back into the chat room. Maddie says, how is commenting on 400 neo-fascists showing up at America 250 petty? Well, I hope I adequately explained that. Let's see here. Yeah, Proud Boys. I failed to mention Proud Boys. No, says brave and proud white nationalists who conceal their identity. They know they're standing for something that's shameful. Yeah, well, like I said, the mask do still exists, but this wasn't a thing that in the 90s you would be at a, any kind of thing. And then suddenly the local skinheads would show up. I mean, I guess unless you live, in Orange County, California during the filming of American History X. I mean, that wasn't my existence in the 80s and the 90s. I don't know, maybe yours was different, but it just seems to me that the real bothersome aspect of this, and the reason as to why it isn't petty like all the rest, is because of that. People have changed. People are more comfortable being openly terrible. They are no longer ashamed of having just, bad human feelings, you know? And all that is mixed up in the fact that we collectively as a working class, and a lot of the working class are exactly who I was just talking about. We've been just systematically screwed over for the last, since the end of World War II. We've just been totally forgotten, used up, ground up for, infantrymen in all the wars, World War II, Vietnam, and then just completely forgotten. All the industry closed, or before that, sold off to foreign interests, shipped overseas. I mean, I'm looking right now at the south side of Chicago that when I was a little kid, they were all steel mills. People had jobs in steel mills, and that ain't been the case in 25, 30 years. So, yeah. So there's anger mixed in, There's a whole bunch of shit going on as to explain why America is in the situation it's in, as we hopefully, fingers crossed, hurl towards another 250, which will bring us to 500. Oh, I can't wait for that. I bet the Village people play it that well. Wait, no, none of us will be. All right, let's see. What they mean by reclaim America is give a certain demographic of men their unearned inherent privilege back. As other groups and women progress, they feel they are losing it. Yeah, I'd say that does sound like what I understand much of their lament to be. You would think that as a middle-aged man who has been, desperately seeking some kind of employment heavily for the last, month or so, you would think that I would have more, in cahoots with them, but yeah, I don't. I think that if we could just get good people jobs, we'll get back to being normal. That's the problem in this country. We don't do anything. I got a 17-year-old kid. I got a 17-year-old kid who is absolutely brilliant. I know I'm his dad, right? So, a little bit, I'm probably a little bit off. Maybe he isn't brilliant, but he's a bright kid. He's pretty brilliant, right? Good grades, learns things instantly. You show him once, boom, he's an expert on it. Quick study, I guess that's called. Again, we're talking about plumbing school for him. 25, 30 years ago, he would be going off to some college and getting some advanced degree and, or whatever, but nobody knows what is going to be valuable in 10 years, what kind of degrees, what kind of professions, what professions are going to be completely erased. So, I mean, we're never going to have AI toilets, right? So, I mean, that's how you got to think if you're truly preparing your kid for the world. And there is nothing wrong with that. It's just that, spending your life elbow deep in shit didn't used to be, the apex of the American dream. And it's, a smart person, a hardworking, smart person, the hard work. Got to work on the hard work. My 17-year-old's a little bit lazy, but I think that's because everything comes so easy for him. Like everything does kind of come easy for him. Like he misses so much school and he still gets straight A's. It's like, how does that happen? How is it that we're getting both letters from the school saying he can't miss any more days? And I don't know. Anyway, so he might build a plumbing empire because humans are always going to shit until they replace us and make us all. I believe we're all just going to be brains in a jar. I believe that ultimately AI and robots will control everything. Humans will just be brains in a jar, and at some point there will be no more new humans, although maybe they'll make some, and there'll be zoos. There'll be zoos with black humans, and from the human days, do you remember before in the human days? It'll be like that. That's coming. I won't live to see it. My kid won't either. I mean, fingers crossed. That's like at least 80 years away, right? At least 80. Is that a good number? I think it might be. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? What are we talking about today? Truly just doing a rant today. Just have notes, just have things. Oh, look at this. Do we want to do that? You know what? Here's what I'd like to do. Let me take a break here. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me get another cup of coffee. I've been up we did yard work today. Did I tell you that? Did I start out by telling you the morning started with yard work? We got a lawnmower and all that with the hedge clipper. It was, but it was all before 11 a.m. So that's why the show was a little bit late today. Let me take a quick break. Let me go to the restroom. And when we come back, we'll do, let's start out with Aaron, right? We'll do a little soccer talk, big World Cup game tonight. Huh? I'm very excited. Probably due to there not being a White Sox game, but I'm very excited. Let's go America. I am all American out. So I just want you to know I am not rooting for Team America because of some weird jingoistic fetish. I think we've hoarded the flag out. I think we've hoarded out liberty and all that enough. But I will be watching for good soccer. I just want to see it. No, screw that. I'm rooting Team USA. I can be a bandwagon. Nobody jumps a bandwagon like me. It's been said before. You just jump in a bandwagon. That's right. I'm chasing joy. You got a problem with it? I'm going to enjoy this. What are you going to do? Be mad because your team didn't make it again? Well, I choose joy, my friend. Bandwagon Johnny, that's me. All right, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get some coffee. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Give me about 3 to 5 minutes, okay? It'll just be like a commercial break. Yeah. All right. Let me see here. We'll do the back in a minute thing. Don't forget, support the show. We're always looking to add names to our July heroes list. Please do that as soon as you can. You can use Venmo or Cash App. All right. Give me a couple of minutes. We'll be right back. We'll talk to Aaron. Make sure I can get him. And then, we'll do the rest of the show. We got a bunch of fun stuff. All right. All right. We are back. I had to do a little bit of housekeeping, familiar housekeeping. My son and I got into it a little bit. I told you we did some house, around the house a little bit of lawn mowing. Did some lawn mowing, some hedge trimming, a little blowing. Boy, that's the best part, right? That's kind of the epicenter of our fight. I got to do the blowing, where you just blow everything. That's fun. I got to do that. He's like, let me do it. I'm like, no, mow. You're mowing. So we got into a bit of a fight, my 17-year-old son and I. Not a fight. It's not a fight. Just like hot tempers at each other, like yelling at each other, like, you're a dick. No, you're a dick. That kind of thing. Yeah, my kid and I talk to each other that way. Anyway, so I had to go out there, and guess what he's doing? He's playing PlayStation. That's pretty much what he did. So I walk out there and I'm like, we okay? And he's like, what? I'm like, are we okay? About what? I'm getting this. And I'm like, okay, never mind. Again, the more emotionally involved of us, I just want to make sure we can put this to bed. So apparently we're fine, which is good. That's good. All right. Let me see. Let me call Aaron. We're going to do a little World Cup talk here. Aaron is, of course, a former soccer. Well, he is a soccer expert. He's, hold on. We talk a little bit more about his work with the FC. Are you there?
Hello.
There he is. All right.
Here.
All right. There we go. Ladies
and
gentlemen. Did I
get the appropriate amount of applause?
You did. Welcome to the show, Aaron Soccer Man. There you go. Hey, let me ask you, before we get into the important stuff of soccer, I have a couple questions for you, okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Did you know that on Pornhub there were controls?
No.
I think you did. I think you might be someone who knows there are controls on Pornhub. All right. Well,
I'm not a Pornhub guy.
Oh, what is are you a guy of any specific, I'm guessing, Pornhub, FreeTube? What would you like to share with us?
I mean, these days it's you should get on Instagram or X.
All right, too much. I don't need to. Now I'm thinking. All right, let's move on to the second question. So when I started today's show, I said that I'd learned a couple of things this weekend. One, that there were controls on Pornhub, and I'm telling you, upon hearing this information, I immediately judged the person who told it to me. You can't help it, right?
That's. I mean, they're a little too into it, I guess.
Hold on, I'll unplug my headphones. Yeah, you're just a little too quite familiar with the. Hold on.
Yeah, the goings on of such a thing.
All right, sorry, I couldn't hear you. You're just a little too familiar with, how you've been there too much, I think, if you stumbled across that.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. All right, the other question, the other thing that I learned, that I realized, and I'm not going to go into details on how I realized this, but you're a guy. I have a belief that just about every guy has a cup, and it's almost always a cup. It's never a glass, but there's a cup somewhere mixed in with the rest of them that we will not drink from because we're pretty sure it's held urine. Is that true? Do you have such a cup in your house? Like, I'll tell you mine. It's a yellow Dickies cup. You do not?
No.
Did you ever?
No, I mean, I drink out of the same Yeti every day, all day.
No, I'm talking like going back 30 years. Like maybe it's still in your mom's cupboard. You're like, okay. No. All right, I know we're having a family gathering here, but maybe we don't drink out of that one.
I mean, you can throw it away if you have one.
Well, then you're admitting guilt. No one would do that. No one in their right mind would do that. Just hold on to the deniability. Well, I want to show you something because I went into the kitchen. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, I hold before you. This is the cup in my house that, as Aaron just suggested, maybe it's time to throw it out. Just throw it out. At some point, I can confirm that it is held urine, this cup. So whenever my son will go in there and I'm like, what cup you grabbing? And it's way in the back. I don't even know why it's still in there.
That's the biggest question here.
Like emergencies? Like I'm thinking suddenly I'll throw a yard party and we'll be desperate for a liquid holder. I don't know. You're right though. But I believe that every guy has a cup in his house that he's peed in and he didn't drink from it. All right, let's talk about the World Cup. Aaron is with us. The other thing that I wanted to establish here, because we didn't talk about this, you're like my soccer guy, but what is it? You were doing some stuff with FC Dallas. You were doing color. Explain what your background is in soccer.
I mean, I came up and played at SMU and trained overseas and retired pretty early because of a back injury. And I was with the Burn, which is before FC Dallas, same team.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people. I mean, obviously, growing up in this area, I know lots of soccer people in the area. And I do some fill-in work for ESPN Plus for SMU men's soccer.
Yeah. See, how cool is that? But I love that. You listen to a collegiate soccer game, you could hear Aaron Soccerman on the call. All right.
That's TV, sir. You can see me.
Well, you are a handsome man. We've long established that.
True.
Okay, so let's talk about the game tonight. We've got a big game tonight, right? Who's playing who? I know that Team USA is involved, but who are we playing?
Belgium.
Okay, let's do this. Let me just ask questions and you answer, and then I'll let you just roll, okay? All right, so we're playing Belgium. Is Belgium any good?
Yes.
What does that mean? Is Belgium a team that could win it all? Are they, or are they just like, no, are they the Buffalo Bills or are they the LA Rams?
Probably more Ramsey.
Okay.
The U.S. and Belgium should be a very good game. They're on a very similar level.
Hey, who are we? Who is Team USA's comp to an NFL team?
I mean, somebody that theoretically could win it, but you wouldn't put your money on it at the beginning of the season or the middle of the season or even in the playoffs.
Just go ahead, say my Bears. Go ahead, just say my Bears.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because I heard that comp on sports radio today, and I wanted to see if, it made any sense.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely have the ability to win, but so does everybody that's left.
All right, so, but, the real takeaway here, which is why I'll be watching this game tonight, at least part of it, the real takeaway here is that, we are competitive. This is not, the 90s where we didn't even qualify. I mean, Team USA, there's a reason to watch. You named some of the players on Friday when we first spoke.
Yeah, I mean, this is I expect them to win tonight.
Really?
I think they're deeper than Belgium. I mean, Belgium's best players are aging out. They have a player that was a great for Man City for many years, Kevin De Bruyne, and this will be his last World Cup more than likely. He's just an older guy. So I expect that we're deeper than them.
Okay, and the game is at what time? 6 or 8 o'clock?
7 Central.
7 Central. And where is the game?
It is. What are they playing tonight? I'm not even sure. The game that's here right now that I'm trying to not be distracted by is Portugal, Spain, and it's at Dallas Stadium, Jerry World.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, why is everybody calling it that? Is it no longer AT&T? Did that licensing deal?
No. It is still AT&T. FIFA named all of them by their city because they don't want to have conflicts with any of their.
Okay. Yeah, any of their, yeah. Okay, so I thought that maybe the licensing deal and Jerry couldn't find somebody. If silly me,
that'll never happen.
He'd have called it Jerry Jones Stadium if that was the case. Okay, so you expect the United States to win. You picked the United States. So now explain to me why this game is now so controversial. What happened? I know we talked about the red card situation on Friday. That was controversial. Tell me the story. Fill me in.
So I don't say he's a star at this point, but our goal scorer, our top forward, got a red card for a challenge that was borderline red card, and they went to VAR, which is just like in American football where they go watch it on the screen over and over again, and and they decided that it was a red card, and they gave it to him. They appealed that red card, and FIFA suspended the red card. They didn't suspend the red card exactly as everyone expects. So he still has a year of suspension where they're going to watch him to see if he does anything egregious. But he's not out for this game, which would be the typical punishment. The typical punishment is 1 game suspension, and then you're back.
Okay, so now hearing that, my first question would be, is that, so I'll take it back to the baseball thing where the guys, wrote on Bible verses on their hats and then got warned by Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball had warned other people for writing on their uniforms in the past, everything from "Hey Mom" to "Stop Cancer." It is just simply a violation of uniform code for them to write on their hats. So there was a long track record of them doing the same exact penalty to other people. Do we have this in this situation? Have there been other curious situations where red cards were handed out, but then surprisingly, the star was allowed to play? Or is this truly unique and one of a kind?
No, it's happened before. Ronaldo, who's playing right now for Portugal, actually was able to play in the first game of the World Cup because they rescinded his 3-game suspension on a red card because it was his second one of the season. So instead of 1 game, he got a three game, and they rescinded that, and so he was able to play
in this World Cup. That's already happened once before.
The red card was in the qualifier for the World Cup, and he was able to play at the beginning of the World Cup because they had rescinded that.
Okay, and is that the only other time, or has?
I mean, pretty much. I mean, I think that the reason that everyone's freaking out is it all comes down to the Messi situation. Messi had a foul in the first game of this World Cup that wasn't exactly like the foul that we got the red card for, and he was not given a red card. And then so everyone's up in arms and saying, well, if Messi shouldn't get one, then why did our guy get one? And
so here's, again, I don't know soccer. So that to me sounds like, protecting Tom Brady or the Jordan rules. Right. Is there a history in professional soccer or European soccer of protecting superstars in such a way? Or again, is this truly unique to this specific World Cup?
I think it's always happening. I think the big names get a little extra.
Okay.
But our guy's not a big name, which is why everybody said, well, he shouldn't have been shown a red, because if that was Messi on his back, he wouldn't have been shown a red. And it's part of the controversy, but the bigger controversy is Belgium feels like they're being cheated because this happened. But I mean, they followed the rules. They went to FIFA. FIFA decided it's, I don't know, Rule 27, Section 27 of their bylaws. We're not going to get that deep, but he's able to rescind the red card being out for this coming game and get a lower penalty of probation. It's like you didn't go to jail, but you got to go to probation instead. And the big thing is that it is totally legal and normal for them to do this, especially because this is really the first time they've had this crazy VAR setup, this setup with all the TVs and the when they go to the screen, they're seeing all the angles. And the argument by the USA is it's illegal to use slow motion to decide whether it was a egregious penalty, and they used slow motion because in full speed it didn't really look that egregious. It looked accidental.
And just again for my own edification here, FIFA as a governing body, are they known to be on the up and up, or do they have a history of?
There's FIFA's had issues, game fixing by members.
Okay.
And I mean, it's not a squeaky clean organization, but it's the best one we got.
Right. I kind of understood that and led you to that, because my point is, so charges of some kind of corruption may not be unfounded in this case, but they're not surprising and seemingly have been tolerated at a high level soccer with, FIFA for years. Yes. Is that a takeaway?
Yes. And the guy that's the president of FIFA now, that you don't watch all the games, but he's nearly at every game, which is crazy because he must be flying like spaceships. He actually replaced a guy that was, under scrutiny for doing things that maybe were not above board. So this guy's supposed to be the fixer, and actually the as an organization, they seem to have been pretty clean leading this World Cup, and the World Cup's been amazing. I mean, they've done an amazing job, but people are always going to, you always want your country to have an advantage. So Belgium's pissed and the USA fans are happy. It's just the way it is.
So here's another sport that I know that you're infinitely familiar with. More corrupt governing body, FIFA, as you just described it, or Formula One under Bernie?
Formula One.
Yeah, okay. So even Formula One is worse than FIFA.
Oh, yeah.
All right, very good. All right, one more time. So you are picking the Team USA tonight over Team Belgium, and quickly, for what reasons?
Team is deeper. I think we have a deeper bench, a deeper roster, more players on the field of higher quality. Deeper roster.
And as far as the big controversy goes, as someone who watches a lot of soccer, this is just one of these things that you tolerate. it's part of soccer.
It sucks if it's not your team, and it's great if it is your team.
It's kind of like with me in baseball, where now we're learning how completely useless home plate umpires are because we have electronic, we can tell balls and strikes. We know when it's a ball and a strike, and we are now, because we're utilizing both human umpires and the ball and strike machine, we are seeing how often humans are wrong. Home plate umpires, all right, we just refuse to, we tolerate it, and that's kind of what...
Somebody's got to stand there with the new baseballs.
I suppose I get one of those little Amazon robots that you see rolling up and down the sidewalks can't do that. It can. All right.
I'll just put a bucket back there.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. As we learned today from Aaron Soccerman, he infinitely knows the details of controllers on his Pornhub account, and he has multiple P-cups in his home. Thank you, Adam. Adam.
Thanks.
That's Adam Soccerman. No, that's my buddy Aaron Sockwell. Aaron Sockwell, find him wherever. Well, socks. Hold on. Oh, you're still there. Oh, I meant to hang up on you. Okay. Later, buddy.
Bye.
Okay. That's okay. We can turn that down now. All right. Let's see. What else do we want to get into here on this fine day? Oh, how about this? This could be fun. So, don't want to gloss over it. It happened on Friday, or did it? Taylor and Travis got married. That's right. Taylor and Travis got married. We've got a guest list here. That's what I was interested in. Like, okay, so, the A-list of the A-list. All right, let's go through a guest list. These are the people who showed up. Not showed up. Like, oh, I hope somebody comes. Like it's Peter Brady. Nobody came. No, the people who were invited. These are, and here's why this is kind of interesting. Hold on, let me get rid of this. There we go. We'll just put that one up. Okay, so here's why it's so interesting to me, because these are the people who have been ordained by Travis. Well, not so much Travis. Taylor. These are the people who have been ordained by Taylor Swift as in her orbit. Because, oh, Miss Swift. I'm not a Taylor Swift hater. I like her. I mean, I don't know if I like her or not. I don't dislike her. I don't see a viral tweet of her and like, I can see her penis. That's what? What's wrong with you people? Well, whatever. But, it is sort of true. She does seem to be at the very top right now of music and pop culture and just celebritydom. This wedding was crazy. So who are the people that Taylor Swift has deemed worthy of their orbit? Here we go. Okay, so the official celebrity guest list, let's see, reads like a major Hollywood award show. The ceremony was officiated by actor-comedian Adam Sandler. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, not weird. Unexpected? Can we just, unexpected? That's what? Huh? Like that could have been, did you hear about this Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce marriage? Yeah, it's so crazy. It's going to be officiated by Adam Sandler. Like a bad comic joke. So when I first saw that, I just thought it was a bad tweet. I'm like, that's stupid. That's a dumb joke. What? How is Adam Sandler a reverend? Is he a reverend in the same way as I'm a reverend? I got one of those unification church things. The You could totally marry people. And I don't know that that's true. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. But whatever. Is that like what Adam Sandler is? Can he totally marry people just like me? So he officiated it, which also sort of adds a little bit of smoke to the story that Taylor and Travis were married weeks ago in a very private ceremony. And this Madison Square Garden thing was just a show and a big party for their friends, which I think is exactly what we're dealing with here. Okay, so Adam Sandler. Sorry. Okay, so Adam Sandler, he officiated the event up there on stage. Weird choice too. Like, it's Travis, right? That was Travis. Like, he's a big Waterboy and Billy Madison fan. That's Travis, right? He's, you know, it'd be cool. What? Hey, you know, she said we could do anything. If that's what this is, this is 100% Travis. Anyway, he got what it, there you go. So Adam Sandler, that's a Travis thing. The Inner Circle. So what would this be? What we would derive some correlation to the bridal and groomsmen party or whatever. This is all Taylor. This is the Inner Circle. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper. I don't know who Gigi Hadid is. I mean, I know that she's somebody. I know she's really famous, but I can't close my eyes and go, what does she look like? Although I imagine she's hot, because isn't she like 25 and Bradley Cooper's 60? So, all right. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Okay. I guess there'll be no Justin Baldini at this wedding. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Jack Antonoff and Rachel Antonoff. Was this her accountant? Who is Jack? I know he's a name. I don't know what he does. If you told, sounds like a record executive. That name, record executive. But by today's standards, he could be a pop star. I saw a pop star this weekend named Charlie Pluth. What happened to cool names? What are we doing here? All right, so I don't know what's going on with Jack Antonoff. Is he a singer, or is he a record executive, or is he Taylor's accountant? Could be Travis's agent, Jack Antonoff of the Antonoff Agency. The Haim sisters were there. The Haim sisters seem to be very close with Taylor Swift. The Haim sisters, they make music nobody listens to, but somehow are kind of famous. One of the Haim sisters was in a really terrific Paul Thomas Anderson movie. She was really good in it, and I hope that she does more acting because she was terrific in it. There you go. That's it. That's all I got on the Haim sisters. They were the ones during the Knicks national championship run. They were the ones seated with Taylor Swift. Oh, don't you remember when the country melted down because Taylor Swift went to a Knicks game? Don't you remember that? So Taylor Swift went to a Knicks game with these 3 other chicks or 4 chicks. I don't know. Who can count so many Haims? And they were all wearing like, silly t-shirts, and they were jumping around. Anyway, that's who they are, the Haim sisters. Estee, Alana, and Danielle Haim, 3 of them. Also in Taylor Swift's A-list Inner Circle for her wedding, we had Cara Delevingne. You want to talk about psyops. Hold on, let me see who this is. Hold on. Let me see if I'm right. Cara Delevingne. Fine. I'm probably not.
According to Wikipedia,
What?
Cara Jocelyn Delevingne was born on August 12th.
Shut up. All right, here. Let me see if. Yeah, it is her. All right. Hold on. Let me show you something. Okay. The first picture. This is the very first picture. Of course it is. Look at this. Make it bigger. That's what she said. Oh my God. That's a good one. That was almost perfect. I say it every time, and I'm acting like I don't. All right, here you go. This is Cara Delevingne. Shut up about the Patriot Front being a psyop. This chick being considered hot is a psyop. I don't understand what the hell's going on. Cara Delevingne is like considered one of the most beautiful. She's a model, a sing. What is she? I don't even know. I just remember she's so beautiful. Nah, not a fan. That skinny. Okay, all right. Well, but still the eyebrows, right? Doesn't she have a unibrow or something going on there? Anyway, Cara Delevingne was in Taylor Swift's wedding party, or her inner circle, as they say. Who else do we have? Lena Dunham. That's, you know what? That's nice. That's nice that Taylor's, because Lena Dunham was at least Taylor Swift stratosphere adjacent at some point. Like they were like Taylor Swift was like, and Lena Dunham was like, girls, and she was up here, and then she'd say stuff, and then people would be like, push her down. So basically what happened was like Lena Dunham and Taylor Swift, I think for a period of time may have been in the same place, but now they definitely are not. Taylor's being nice. It's like when Rob Schneider gets work in an Adam Sandler movie. That's what Lena Dunham being in the inner circle of Taylor Swift's wedding party is. All right, who else do we have? Abigail Anderson. Abigail Anderson, Taylor Swift's childhood best friend. Don't you want to see what she looks like? Because I think Taylor Swift is beautiful. I wonder if she was running with just a crew of hot bitches back in the day. Do you think Taylor Swift and this Abigail Anderson, do you think they represented some type of like Mean Girls clique in their high school? Or no? All right, here we go. Abigail Anderson. Let's take a look at Taylor Swift's best friend. Somebody's got to hold the purses. No, it's probably not that. That must have been difficult. Hold on. We'll get rid of that. See her? Let's get a little toothy. Oh, wait. I should. But why is it so big? That's never what she said. Make it smaller. Again, make it smaller. Never what she said. Here we go. 150. All right, here we go. That's, you know what? That'll be fine. That 125. Oh, God. My son ever sees that. You old man. You got your screen set on 125. All right, so this is Taylor Swift's best friend. I mean, it's cool to be Taylor Swift's best friend, but there have been times where she was like, she's madly in love with a boy, but that boy was madly in love with Taylor because luck. And this is unfortunate. This is probably a pretty girl in like 75% of other girl clique groups from high school. She's probably very pretty. But she's got to stand next to, at the roller rink, she's got to stand next to Taylor Swift. This poor girl's life has been absolutely hell. That's why I wanted to see her, because I thought, like, oh, maybe if she's, like, really pretty, like, undiscovered pretty, like, maybe if that's a thing, then it's, oh, wow. But no. You know what this tells me? This tells me that Taylor Swift is actually nice, because she's got a friend that isn't nearly as pretty as her. Which would probably always be the case, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? If she was a true mean girl, you would like to think that Taylor Swift would surround herself with like other like mean girls. And that's probably not, Mr. Ed there. What did he say? Make fun of somebody's appearance? Look at him. Yeah, look at me. I'm atrocious. My son told me I've got blood vessels popping out of my nose. You think I fucking care? I'm in Shrek mode, bitch. I'll say whatever the fuck I want about anybody. Look at me. I've made my choices. All right. That seemed a little bit hot for an imagined insult, wasn't it? Barney probably had a June wedding. Who wants an anniversary on the 3rd of July? You're absolutely right, man. It's a bad time. I mean, unless you're going to do the 4th of July and then, oh God, could you imagine being friends with those people? The people who got married on the 4th of July, and then for the rest of the time you know them, they get to claim 4th of July as their... Well, we're doing a hybrid anniversary / 4th of July picnic. Ugh. So I guess if I go to your event, you're special. But if we just go to any number of other events also readily available for us on this day, 4th of July, you won't be special and we'll all be the same, but you want us to come to your special hybrid event. I'm rolling. Let's see. What else do we want to do here? Let's see. Taylor and Trist, we did that. I don't want to do that. Oh, here's something. Here's something for you. Not me, but some of you have been asked to evolve in the way you think about stuff. I mean, I think this is probably best practices for any human being, right? You always want to be evolving and learning more and changing. But I do think that there are some things maybe we shouldn't evolve in. And I will tell you this, the right, the MAGA right, you've been asked to evolve on a lot of things. Most troubling is the whole pedophile thing. That's really the most troubling. But I mean, there's so many, but the pedophile thing, really. Is there, I ask my MAGA friends, my Barneys, my Byrons, my Ward Devils, is there a bridge too far? Is there something that you will now be asked to sort of ease your opinion on and just kind of swallow it and do what they say? Is there? And this is unfair because this isn't even a narrative that's necessarily being pushed by straight up MAGA, but it is one of them adjacent groups. We talked about the MAGA adjacent groups. The groups that are sometimes troubling and sometimes mainstream MAGA are embarrassed by their very existence. This is the whole Patriot Front thing. The reason we're hearing from, Fox News people and high-profile right-wing influencers, the reason we're hearing this uniform narrative today of the feds, that's a psyop, it's Antifa. The reason we're hearing this is because they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed that they share a caucus with these people. So a little bit of distance, a little bit of plausible deniability for the chickens who are out there going, but do we support Patriot Front now? And then Laura Ingram's like, no, you don't. They're Antifa. Those are all like that's the psyop that's happening there. So here's the latest one. Here's the latest. Y'all gotta hate Dolly Parton now. Yeah, y'all gotta hate Dolly Parton now. Is that a bridge too far for some of you people? Here, watch this. Apparently, Dolly Parton is demanding that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce turn over their firstborn baby so that, I don't know, I think she's gonna barbecue them and turn them into Dolly cakes available at Walmart. Anyway, you gotta hate Dolly now. And here we'll pause it and stuff. Oh, in the comment section on this is so much fun. Hold on. Dolly Parton apparently made a thank you. Dolly didn't want to go to Taylor's wedding. Dolly's like, I ain't going. She's a sweet girl, but I'm old. I'm an old woman. So she sent like a, hi, it's me, Dolly, the most wonderful person who's ever lived. Right, it's Dolly. I just want to wish you two kids. It's that kind of video that she made. But apparently she made devil signs that revealed her to be the leader of the what? Country music icon Satanist Club of America. Now Dolly's an old woman. And, apparently in this video, and we're going to watch it, Dolly's doing stuff like this with her hands. And at some moment, because a whole bunch of you weirdos freeze framed it, at some moment I get her, well, I don't want to do it. Oh, fuck you. Like, I should be so lucky. Isn't this it? Hey, I'm with you. Is this what it is? Is it the rabbit? Oh, this would be my signal. This is the rabbit. The simple rabbit. Okay. Anyway, point is this. Let's watch Dolly. You all, if you've chosen your side, y'all got to hate Dolly now because apparently she's the devil. And right here, she admits. That's the big thing in the comments. I can't believe she would just admit that she's demanding their children or whatever it is. Hold on. Oh,
Taylor and Travis, it's Dolly.
Oh, hold on. I'm having some trouble here. We'll start with this. All right. You see that? All right. So there you go. At some point, while she's talking about Taylor and Travis, she does this. It looks kind of a lot like either the Aussie horns or something, but in that split moment, that split second, this means that she is in fact been revealed to be exactly what we thought she was. But let's watch the video. Here we go, because you have to hate this woman
And
now.
I was just told that you two are making a donation of $2 million to my imagination library. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm blown away and overjoyed with that gratitude. Now, it's evident that you two have made giving back a key part of your lives. So, hey, when you have your first
Devil! That was, did I lose it? Oh, I tried to freeze it. I'm sorry. I screwed it up. Hold on. We'll go back to it.
Taylor and Travis, it's Dolly.
Ugh.
Made giving back a key part of your lives. So, hey, when you have your first one, can I have it? Because that is going to be one special baby. The mission of the Dollywood Foundation, have it? Because that is going to be one. It's evident that you.
Wait a second. The two things that, some of our better brains have determined prove conclusively that Dolly Parton is a member of a satanic cult are that she demands. Remember, it's demands. Well, I'll read it to you. Here's what the poster of this video says. It's a big satanic club, and you ain't in it. Nothing to see here, folks. Just Dolly Parton, the same woman who dropped $1 million to help fund the Moderna COVID vaccine, flashing devil horns while casually demanding Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's firstborn. See for yourself. First of all, what the fuck is casually demanding? That's not a thing. There is no casual. A demand means that, I, with absolutely no confusion, want this now. That is what a demand is. You don't casually demand anything. All right. But is that what it is? Is it the proximity? Let me see. Let's watch. 17 seconds, they say.
You two have made giving back a key part of your lives.
So you two have made giving back a key part of your life. So hey,
when you have your firstborn,
when you have your firstborn,
I have it? Because that is going to be one special baby. The mission.
I mean, I'm pretty convinced that is her demand, casually demanding. That sounds. One more time. Let's watch that again. Here she is casually demanding.
Back a key part of your life. So, hey, when you have your firstborn, can I have it? Because that is going to be one special baby. The mission of the Dollywood Foundation is to dream more, care more, learn more.
That is going to be a special baby. The Dark Lord Gozar, he's going to feast on that infant's infinite power source. The coupling of the football hero and the pop star shall raise a dark sun upon all of humanity. That's what she meant. That's what she meant. She wasn't just being a sweet old lady. Can I have that baby? Can I take it? Look, every single time. The next time you're in a Cracker Barrel and you hear some woman, usually it's like a 60-year-old woman, you hear some woman say to some couple with a newborn, "Oh, can I take him home?" I need you to tackle that lady, hold her down, and call the authorities, because we are done with these satanic cults. Let's go. Oh, he's so cute, I could just eat him. You Satanist! Look, it's silly, of course, but I just didn't realize there were this many stupid people just sharing oxygen with me. I had no idea. And here's the only thing that I can cling to without completely losing faith in my fellow man. There are a lot of bots, and maybe a lot of the people that seem to be showcasing the absolutely worst instinctive, reflexive beliefs that a human being can hold. Maybe those are bots who are doing that deliberately just to make me feel the way that I feel now. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it's all about. But you got to hate Dolly now, okay? I know you got a little shaky on the pedophile thing. You're like, well, what if she's 15, right? You went there. You guys totally went there. Yeah, but what? Yeah, but you know what? She was playing advanced girls league soccer, so she was with college girls. So you guys wavered a little bit on the pedophile thing, and now you really are not concerned at all about whatever cabal you were totally focused on for years. You're not concerned about that at all. So that wasn't a bridge too far. Is hating on Dolly and believing that Dolly Parton is a member of some global satanic overlordship, is that a bridge too far? My God, I hope it is. My God, I hope it is. Right, Barney? Exactly. She's an old woman. That's, if you ever, they're always, it's completely, not only, even if it's not arthritis, I mean, maybe she's like 80 something, right? Isn't she 80? She's probably on a whole bunch of pills. They put me on Prozac back in the 90s, man, that was me on Prozac. I felt like my bones inside my hands were growing. So I would just, whenever I was on Prozac, I'd be normal, but I'd be like this talking to you. I'd be like constantly stretching out my hands because it felt so. I mean, she's on a whole bunch. She's an old woman. She's not going here. I'm going to casually demand, and then, like she's going to give it all up. What? Hey, stupid. Why would she be giving it all up? Why? Who is that secret thing for? Makes no sense. Barney, yeah, you got it. She's got it. All right. You know what? Just for a moment, we will not encourage any kind of ongoing Dolly slander. Okay. If Dolly is speaking funny, as Al says, like she sounds like she just got out of the dentist chair and had a root canal, it's Dolly. She is 80, and we are going to excuse. She's a lovely, lovely woman. Stop it. Stop it, Al. All right. Let's see here. What else do we have? This is fun. All right, let's do 3 videos. Let's just get straight into the 3 videos portion of today's show. One more time, I want to shout out our Wall of Fame for July. These are the people who support this kind of show. Not really political, just kind of a middle-aged guy sitting here yelling about shit, stuff like going off half-baked, half-cocked, half-drunk. I'm not half-drunk. Drop a little something there, help the show. We run on your contributions, and this month we're going to list every hero who drops a little something in either the Venmo or the Cash App. Thank you to our heroes. Started out with Maddie, Peter, how about Barney, how about Mikey D, and we added Leslie C over the weekend. So thank you guys, appreciate it. Pledge week and whatnot, we don't really do that anymore because it doesn't work. So we're just going to try and raise money for the month, and then once we do, we'll be good. So please help us out and add your name to July's Wall of Fame. How do you do that, Pugs? Well, you just go to Cash App or the Venmo right there. Let's do 3 videos. These are 3 videos that I've seen. They've gone viral, and I assume they've gone viral if they've gotten to me and have like tens of thousands of likes and whatnot. So 3 videos that I wanted to comment on, and that's what we'll do here. Back myself into a verbal corner there. I didn't know how. 3 videos. Let's go. All right. First one. Remember the hot Russian climber couple who we'd all totally watch for free on OnlyFans? If it was like, hey, today on OnlyFans, there are people who've never even heard of OnlyFans going, how do I access OnlyFans? Look, we like them. They stole our heart. They embody pure romance. High atop the city of New York. They were a lovely couple, and they climbed the Empire State Building last week, and they unfurled a banner. And again, everybody was like, oh, I can't wait to hate this banner. And the banner was like nice. It was like a nice banner. That like everybody went, yeah, okay, that's not, but is that pro-Trump or is that anti-Trump? The banner that they climbed up and they unfurled the banner. It said something about when love knows hate, hate doesn't like love. It was something nice. You can look it up. You don't need me for this shit. Okay. Anyway, they do this professionally. They've been featured in a documentary on Netflix that we all learned about as they were climbing the Empire State Building, even though it had been on Netflix for a couple of years. Not the point. Now they're suddenly, more popular than ever, and they're releasing all kinds of like edited rough cut shit from their climb, and some of it is really funny. Now they speak Russian, but the person has put the translation on there so you can read it. But Here is some like raw video of the climbers in mid-climb. Remember, their boyfriend and girlfriend, and he's about to propose to her. But man, oh man, minutes before that, they are fighting like every boyfriend and girlfriend. And it's really kind of funny. So let's watch this. Here we go. These are the climbers. They fight just like you and me, or not you and me, but they fight just like, every relationship you've ever been in. Let's listen to them bicker. And then tune into their OnlyFans channel.
Не спеша, Ангел, ты прям...
Я не спешу вообще. Я пока не вижу хорошего кадра.
Ангел.
All right, so he's telling her to rush, and she's not rushing, or she says she doesn't need to rush. We did not take the picture perfect yet. Oh, she wants a perfect picture.
Мы не сделали фотку идеальной, ну...
Смотри.
Пока что я не вижу фотки хорошей. Вот это что?
Все, был кадр. Отличный кадр, Ангел, все. Ангел, хватит! Я надоело мне за тебя слышать, ты просто уже не...
That was some Russian boyfriend shit right there. Did you hear it? It's good. Or what? Yeah, that's communist domestic abuse. That's a dude. You think he's never hit her? You think he's never grabbed? You think she doesn't abide by it? She's fine with it. She's an I told you about Eastern European people, man. They don't live in the same world that you do in your suburban MTV blockbuster on Friday night world. Anyway, yeah, did you hear that? He like, don't touch them! He screams at her.
Я надоело мне за тебя слышать, ты просто уже не отдаешь себе отчет. Ты сейчас можешь потерять силы.
Зачем делать работу с, блядь, говном? Зачем? Зачем, если мы залезли? Для чего сюда?
Извини меня, я считаю, вот эта фотография, она отличная.
Вниз, вот эта штука, зачем она здесь?
Сними так, как ты...
All right, so what they seem to be fighting about is they're up there at the top trying to take the perfect picture of Manhattan, and she does not believe that they have the picture yet, and she would like to spend more time trying to get the perfect picture. And he's like, let's go. Like, I don't know if he's getting scared or what, but that's what's going on here. She wants the perfect picture, and he's like, let's go. Let's hurry it up.
Зачем, если мы залезли? Для чего сюда?
Why have we climbed here? For what? Like, she wants the perfect picture.
Извини меня.
Excuse me, I think this picture, it is great. Like, she's already taken a bunch, and he's like, this picture here, it's fine.
Я считаю, вот эта фотография, она отличная.
What? This thing? Why is it here? Like, if you've ever seen the way Tony Soprano's Guma behaves on The Sopranos, Johnny, yeah, just like.
Вот эта штука, зачем она здесь?
Сними так, как ты считаешь.
Я не могу отпустить две руки.
Нет, смотри, вот.
No, look, stand here. No, I have heels. Well, she's climbing in heels.
Такой.
Каблуки. Пожалуйста, давай без паники, ты все время...
Не спеша, Ангел, ты прям...
Я не спешу вообще.
Так не...
Я пока не вижу хорошего кадра.
Ангел.
Мы не сделали фотку идеальной, ну...
All right, anyway, there you have it.
Я не вижу фотки.
I love them. I love her. I don't know, really. He's, insignificant to the whole mesmerization that I've, undergone here. All right, so there's one. Here's this funny. Everybody likes a good animal video, right? So here's one of a dog, and the reason that this really stands out to me, and maybe we're not special, but we think we are. But do you have this story? Does everybody have a dog from their past at some point who sustained some kind of injury, and in the recuperation from that injury, the dog sort of put two and two together that, oh my God, when I'm injured, they're really nice to me. Like, you got an injured dog in a cone or something, they're getting babied, they're getting shit they don't normally get. And I think that we've all seen in our relationships with dogs, the dogs seem to be smart enough to go, oh shit, I'm in trouble. I'm going to start limping. I'm going to try and... We had a dog when I was a kid growing up named Georgie. Georgie got hit by a car, and he had his back leg pinned on. Now, this didn't stop Georgie at all. Georgie could go up and down the block, running full speed, upstairs, down. He was very athletic. Georgie was fine, unless he did something wrong. If you, yelled at him, the dog would come, but suddenly the dog is now dragging his leg. The dog is now like, I'm coming. And I'm telling you, it's because I think they remember when they were recovering and how well they were treated. And they're like, okay, They're nicer to me when I'm injured. Comes this little pooch. Don't know where this is. It's somewhere in Southeast Asia. Now, I asked Grok and I asked Google if this was AI or if this was real. And both of them said, we have really no way to tell for 100% sure, but it looks real. And they went through all these reasons, you know, shadows and all of this stuff. Anyway, watch this. This is great. That's why we love them. One more time. Let's watch that one more time. This is why we love them. And now he's gone. All right, there he goes. I love that. It's like dogs must feel, because it's not just him. That's not the only dog who's ever pulled some shit like that. Dogs must sense in some way that humans do have empathy towards them. You know, dogs must know on some level that if I appear weak and injured, that a human isn't going to hunt and eat me, but it might be, you know, to my benefit. The human might treat me special. It's interesting that dogs would see it that way, or that they would figure it out. Anyway, there you have it. Cool ass dog pretending he's crippled until he gets some free food. Then it's, you know, back to whatever he was doing. All right, what's the other one? Oh, okay. All right, let's look at this crazy lady. By the way, we didn't talk at all about the big, what I was calling Liar Fest, spelled Lyre, out there on the Great Mall of America. No, that's Minnesota. What do we call it? The whatever. We had a big giant, you know, hillbilly picnic, and, you know, everybody was invited, except not everybody was invited. Patriot Fund showed up. And I was saying last week, when everybody was making fun of it, they're like, there's going to be nobody showing up. It's a huge failure. And I'm like, yeah, but it's the middle of the week. Yeah, give it a break. And then I said, there'll be big crowds on Saturday and Sunday. Well, there weren't big crowds. There was decent crowds. Weather played a big part of it. Trump did his crowd thing again, where he just, there was 85 million people here, and then the rains came and everybody left. But when they came back, it was 300 billion people. Why you gotta lie, dude? Why are you so petty? So he did that whole thing, but people showed up on the weekend. Well, what do you want? Does everything have to set a new attendance record? Does everything? I don't think that it was a failure. I think that it wasn't anything I'd want to go to, because all the good music groups canceled. Why would I go? I don't need to go. I don't need to fly to Washington, D.C. to watch a live taping of a Dr. Oz and Dean Cain conversation. It's not anything I need to do. Anyway, but there you have it. This lady was there. This is our third video. This is, she identifies herself as cute MAGA chick. All right, let's watch this desperate, sad lady. So remember, she has branded herself cute MAGA chick.
Tell me about this getup you're wearing. Tell me about all the patches, your hats, everything.
Okay. So my name is Mickey Lynn Larson Olsen.
Mickey Lynn Larson Olsen. Pick three. Go with it.
I go out in costume as two Patriot. Olsen.
That's everything.
Okay. So my name is Mickey Lynn.
Can we just start from the very beginning? The fuck's she doing on the ground? What? Everybody else is standing up. She's the only person on the ground. Why is she on the ground? I know we never get context with these videos. What is going? She's got water spilled all over. What is happening? What is she? We're going to ask her questions now. Can I get a little context on, what frame of mind she's in? I guess what do I need? Do I need more context? Look at her outfit. All right, I think I know what frame of mind she's in. The hell's wrong with me?
Larson Olsen. I go out in costume as two Patriot.
She goes out in public as cute Patriot. So what that means is, look, she didn't dress like this and went into a crowd and everybody's like, oh my God, that's a cute Patriot. Nah, she named it herself. She's like, I'm cute Patriot. So what that tells us about here is that she's a woman who feels, well, she feels totally insignificant. She feels like, she has more to offer the world than the world is allowing her to offer. So she needs to do a little something to jumpstart that whole situation. So she is going to be the self-branded cute patriot. Okay. That's why she's doing the getup. The cute thing is also very revealing because she's just bought into the delusion that she is what constitutes cute in 2026, and she needs to be seen as cute. Now, where might this come from? She's a little bit older. This happens a lot when women cross the magical 45 line. The 45 line is when, they start going completely kooky or turn sexier than they've ever been. It is a right and a left turn. It has nothing to do with politics, and it's 45. There are women who hit 45 and they become absolutely nuts trying to be 25. I'm a cute patriot. And then there's the women who hit 45 and they lean into the whole MILF thing, and they can ride that for another 30 years. They do it right. Hell yeah. You seen Vanna White? Have you seen Vanna White lately? Anyway, point is this. She has chosen, the other path where she's going to still try and be youthful and young and age poorly, and she's branding herself the cute patriot. All right, that's her. Let's listen to her.
Okay. So my name is Mickey Lynn Larson Olsen. I go out in costume as Cute Patriot. So I go out in costume as Cute Patriot. Since November 19th, 2020.
The QAnon. There you go. I didn't notice that until just now. She's got the big Q. Oh, yeah, these are the people. I bet she's pissed at Dolly. These are the people who are putting that whole thing out there that we need to watch Dolly Parton because she's, she's a Satanist.
After our election was stolen. And so this is a special costume for today.
Okay.
And I go out in this costume since November 19, 2020, with the basic being the Captain America. But I have 32 patches. And
She's fucking drunk, right? She's drunk. She's a drunk lady who's a little crazy and feels very insignificant and wants to desperately remain cute. Because there is a possibility that when she was 25, she's very cute. She might have been very cute. I think she's holding on to that brand, and she's like, I'm still cute. No, now you're just creepy. Now you're just weird, desperate, sad. Just go away, please. Stop ruining everyone's picnics. All right, there you have it. Those are the big three, the three of today. We had the hot climber couple fighting just like the rest of us. We watched a dog pulling a con, and we just were introduced to the cute patriot. Let's do a little Can't Beat Fun at the Old Ballpark, or as I like to call it, CBFATOBP. Soccer edition. That's right. We had Aaron Soccerman, a.k.a. Aaron Sockwell, North Dallas's premier soccer shit talker. He told us all the reasons why we got to be watching Team USA taking on Team who? Belgium? We'll go with that. So in anticipation of a big American victory today in the World Cup, how about a little soccer edition of Can't Beat Fun at the Old Ballpark? I felt it was appropriate, so let's go ahead and do that. This comes to us from one of the games. I don't know which game this is, but this is a fan of Team Mexico, and this dude is crafty. We can all agree. Clever, clever, clever. Look at him. All right, so let me draw your attention to what's happening here. This dude, all right, I guess this is a Team Mexico fan. He seems to have a flag. You see his flag? All right, he's going to unfurl the flag. All right, the flag is a straw. And as the beer guy goes by, our hero of this story has figured out a way to get free beers. Whenever the beer guy walks by, he just dips the end. I mean, I don't want to see it. I don't want to buy a beer from them. I'll point it out, but I do admire it. Himself too. That's my favorite part. How proud he is. All right, that's fun. A little Can't Beat Fun at the Old Ballpark on a first place Monday. My team's in first place. I'm going to lean into that because, I haven't really been able to say that in quite some time. Got to watch soccer. Something else. My boy and I were going to do a whole thing. Anyway, more news tomorrow. I'm not sure. We're gonna watch the soccer game, and okay. Here's the thing. I may be doing something like follow, subscribe. I'll let you know. Maybe doing something tonight. Something unexpected. Something wild. We'll have to figure that out. Don't know if we'll be here. No, we will. We will. All right, folks. Thank you. We'll see you. Oh, I didn't mean like. I mean like I hate not knowing what to say, and I don't know what to say. We'll figure it out. Did you have a good day? Huh? I hope you all, we are all fingers and toes are accounted for. Have a great night. We'll talk tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be a noon show. I don't see anything that was not good. I don't see anything that'll delay the show. So follow, subscribe. We do this every single day from the Kelly Moore Memorial Studios, exclusively on Radio Misfits, radiomisfits.com. Thank you so much. See you back here tomorrow at noon. Support the show. I'm going to leave that up. Support the show.